What's up, everybody? This is Alex from ToxicateTV, and welcome back to Broken Sword: Shadows of the Templars. Remember how to wet a towel? You don't put it onto the faucet that is just dripping. You just open the frickin' faucet so you can have water.
Coughed and spewed out a stream of rusty-colored water.
Yeah, and then you put the towel there. My God. Pure logic, mister. This is so terrible. I can't believe I didn't, come to the conclusion.
I held the towel under the faucet and soaked it with water.
Great. Now that it's soaked with water, we can finally get that clay or whatever it was. My God. Come on, come on, come on. Downstairs. We lost so much time during my stupidity. Go ahead. There you go. Wet towel. There you go.
The trickle of water was quickly absorbed by the plaster.
Great. Now we have something very nice.
I eased the solid piece of plaster from the sand. Underneath, it had formed a perfect copy of the statue.
That's great. Now we have that. You just put it right there. And
the hardened plaster cast fitted snugly into the 5 matching sockets.
Snugly.
There was a soft thud. Then, silence.
I don't call that silence, mister. I don't know what about you and your definition of silence, but that wasn't silent. In any case. Flashlight. Action scene. Montefaucon. Montfaucon? I think that's how you pronounce it. Although I'm not sure. That evening back in Paris. Alright. So, there are only a few things that you can do, and the most important thing is that you answer your answering machine.
I had messages waiting to be played.
You have 3 messages.
Hey, Collard, it's me, your favorite editor. Guess what? I'm gonna give you a second chance. I need somebody to write the TV column. Pays lousy, so what's new? If you're interested, drop by the office. In fact, drop by the office anyway. We have to talk, Nico. That story of yours I spiked. It won't go away. You've made some dangerous enemies out there.
Hey, Nico, it's your old pal. I mean, your new pal, George. Whoa, Ireland. It's a whole different country. And I got some amazing news for you. Gem of a story, in fact. Oh, gotta go. Yeah, fella here's got a drink lined up for me. See you tomorrow, Nico. Slonsha. Yep, only here for a day and I'm speaking the lingo like a local.
Mademoiselle Coulard, this is Imelda Carchon. I wanted to thank you for being so understanding when... Come to lunch, why don't you? Tomorrow. I might have more news. There's a Monsieur Merlon coming to see me this evening. He says he knows why Pierre was murdered. In fact, he'll be here shortly. I shall let you know what he says. Goodbye, dear girl. Till tomorrow.
Merlin? Oh my God. Merlin's the killer. I better get over there and warn her now. When it came to being two-faced, Imelda was up there with the best. I owed her nothing, but I couldn't just let her die. I arrived to find the Palais Royal courtyard deserted. I only hoped that I'd beaten the assassin here. I had to warn Imelda before it was too late.
Well, then it's use the intercom and ring the bell. But probably she won't open because, killers and whatnot. They're quick as assassins.
The intercom system wasn't working. Bad sign. Somebody had cut the wire.
Well, then let's cut some wires for ourselves. First, let's unhook the 2 wires that are holding this sculpture or statue or whatever. Pretty easily. 1.
I unhooked the first wire.
Thank you. And number 2. Number 1, number 2. Now.
I released the second wire. Even with both wires removed, the statue remained upright.
Well, now we'll just have to give it a little push. And now we have a ladder.
If I could deconstruct this, I could deconstruct anything.
Well, not per se, but you can probably drive badly. That probably upholds everything. Moving camera. Plastic.
The plastic sheet was thick and strong. I'd need more than my hands to tear it.
Really? Well, then we'll just use the crushed shell for it. There we go. There we go. Everyone could have done that. That was easier than stealing apple pie from a baby or making apple pie.
My God, I'm too late. Imelda. Oh no.
Nico?
Don't worry, you're going to be alright.
You know that isn't true.
It was Merlin, wasn't it?
Dressed as a cavalier. How absurd. You came to warn me, didn't you?
I must be crazy.
Let me see you, Nico.
All this time you were just using me. Which one is the real Imelda?
You are an extraordinary girl. Thierry would have been so proud of you.
You didn't know my father.
So like him. Something about the eyes. I wish we'd had time to get to know each other.
Why does she die
She was
again
gone.
now?
She cheated me.
There's no
lied
blood.
to me. Used me. But why?
You like it, girl, don't you?
Even in death, Imelda looked the same. Beautiful, inscrutable. The Ice Queen alone in her ice palace.
Well, we'll better touch everything around her neck because we want to leave fingerprints. That's why we opened that thing here.
I opened it. Inside was a tiny gold key.
Yep, let's take it.
I took the key. I had to leave. I knew I could never return.
Alright. So now we're at home. Well, what did you do at home? Remember the fact that we actually it seemed like we had been bugged from someone. Let's look at the chest here. Alright.
In the dim light, I caught the reflection of something metallic. A small, sinister-looking metal disc had been tucked under my father's box. It was a bug. Oh, chère cousine. You left me a little present. You shouldn't have.
Alright. And goodbye. What are you doing now?
You don't scare me. Espèce de...
What'd you do? She walked over the chair. Perspective doesn't work anymore. Oh my god, the physics universe is broken. What do we do about this? I don't know, but I'm sure this key will just fit into this chest. Funny, isn't it?
I took out the key. I couldn't believe it. Imelda's key opened my father's box. I dreaded what I was going to find inside.
Sorry.
It was a photograph of Imelda. But why here? In my father's box.
What do you know?
I felt as if a black hole had swallowed me up. Imelda and Canchon grinning. While behind them a village was being razed to the ground. Its people butchered. And there, next to them, staring out at me across the years, my own father. There was a letter. I feared there was even worse to come.
Oh, look at the letter then.
Hotel Saint-Georges, Algiers, Friday. My darling Thierry, by the time you read this, you'll be safely out of Africa. You need not fear. Pierre and the organization do not know who you're really working for. Or about us. Did you think I would betray you? I could not. You wanted me to leave him, but I don't have your courage. I know too much of what has been going on here. They would find me and they would kill us both. Enjoy your life in Paris, Thierry. Your life of honor, of patriotic duty. Do they give medals to spies? No. They'll just give you a phony job in an embassy somewhere. I could never share that with you. Imagine me, a diplomat's wife. So I must stay here with Pierre, the two of us bound together by what we have done to this country. Au revoir, my love. You will be in my heart until I die. Imelda. Suddenly everything made sense. My father had been working undercover for the government. He was one of the good guys after all.
Of course he was. Well...
He and Imelda must have fallen in love. She'd found out who he really was, so he had to leave. It had broken her heart, but she had never revealed it to anyone. I knew I couldn't either. Whatever he was doing, he'd had good reason to keep it secret. I decided I would respect that and tell nobody.
But you told me and my whole viewers now. That's not very, mysterious and whatnot. You can't keep a secret, Nicole. Blank fade. The next morning. Knock, knock.
I knew it was George. For a moment I was tempted to pretend that I was out. Or ask him to go away and come back later. But then... Come in.
Knock,
Hello,
knock,
George.
there. The KGB. We ask the questions.
So, where did you stay last night?
At McDevitt's. I got to drinking with Doyle and a couple of the guys.
That explains why you look so ill today. Did you get any sleep at all?
Not much. I had to share the room with another guy.
Did he snore?
Hardly. He was dead. Then Leary woke me in the middle of the night to help bail out the cellar.
The cellar was flooded?
Yeah, some idiot had left the faucet running.
And you say Pegram has disappeared?
Without
That
a
was
trace.
me, apparently.
But my visit wasn't a complete waste of time.
Pegram's gem?
The Templar's gem. Whoever Jacques Marquet is, he's in for a disappointment.
Jacques Marquet?
He's the guy who should have collected the gem from Fitzgerald.
What are your plans?
I want to find out who, what, or where Montfaucon was. All I've got to go by is the name and a picture of a hanged man.
Right.
Let's take another look at the...
No, I don't want to look at the manuscript.
And the
Jesus.
There's it, but...
There you are.
But the...
What are your plans?
I want to find... All I've got to go by...
Right.
Do you want to look after the gem?
No, Georges. I'd be too tempted to sell it.
Really? That's lame.
I can't sit here all day, much as I'd like to.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobinot at the Kron Museum. And why don't you see if Rousseau has heard anything?
Okay. Anything else I can do for you while I'm out? Shopping, a trip to the laundromat?
Just take care of yourself.
I so much wanted to talk to George about everything that had happened, but I knew I never could. My father's connection to Africa would have to remain a secret forever. His bravery would be known only to the government, and to me. Revealing it would just damage his memory. People would take the story and twist it. Before long, he would be the villain and Carchon would be the hero. I know how they do that. I'm a journalist.
Wow. Okay. Ugh, after sighing so much. Too much talking. Poste de police. That's where I have to go. Let's talk to this dude. Who apparently has a stick in his ass.
Sergeant Moo?
Yes.
What about everything here?
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but...
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
I'd like to report an assault.
Yes, monsieur? Where is the victim?
I'm the victim. I've been harassed by a pair of thugs.
I see. And where did this alleged assault take place?
Outside the Hotel Ubu. They stopped me as I was leaving and went through my pockets.
Could you describe the suspects, monsieur?
One looked like a gorilla, and the other looked like a weasel. Their names are Flap and Guido.
Bon. I'll get them this time.
Really? So they're known to you, right?
Have you heard of a man called Marquet?
Yes. He used to be known as the Mole of Montmartre. I heard he's been hospitalized, probably by one of his rivals.
Which hospital was Marquet taken to?
The Hagenmeyer Clinic, in the Avenue des Hérissons.
Great. Now this
See you
gives
later,
us
Sergeant.
the opportunity to go to a hospital. Right there. Hôpital. That's how you pronounce it, I believe. Please correct me if that was wrong. Let's talk to the doctor. With his beard.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Which
Really?
is a
If you
stupid
wish to
name.
make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
Sure.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Oh, you're all about the money, I see.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Alright. Then.
Thanks for your
Whatever. I'll better talk to the receptionist, right?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plants. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Is it just me, or does she totally look different in this picture and this animation? Anyway.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
Yeah.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
Well,
I
that happens
guess
from
not.
time to time. Come on, Mouse.
So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Okay, well, I'll still try.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the Bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from the zoo.
Really? I'll show you my ID card.
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall. Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's...
Yeah?
Nurse Grendel's ward.
Oh dear. What'd she like?
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well-disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whip the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result.
Ugh.
Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
Yeah.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
I don't want to really talk to you again, so I'll turn around and I'll just take the left. Or the right, I'm not sure. Several minutes later. Apparently, I need to go this way. Again. Several minutes later. Alright. Let's talk to her again. Apparently I'm lost.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge.
I'm Michael Ad.
Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
Catch that.
You're welcome.
I'll be fine, I guess. He will find that for me.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
Yeah, he's also moving his head oddly, like a wave. But we're gonna talk about, we talk to him later. We need to go this way first.
Oui, monsieur.
Is this Ward J2?
It is, but you're not supposed to be here. We have strict rules about visiting hours.
Can't you make an exception? I've come all the way from California.
You must speak to the doctor.
I can't wait that long. What if he snuffs it?
You can't talk like that here. This is a hospital. You will have to leave.
Oh. Well, now we'll have to talk to Sam now. First of all, well, I should have attempted something first.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah?
That rhymes.
What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
Alright.
See you later.
Yeah.
Actually, he doesn't want you to open the closet.
Hey now, you can't go in there.
How come?
I'm responsible for the contents of that cupboard.
Right. So, in the next episode, I'm going to tell you how to actually go about and opening that closet door. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you around in the next episode. Goodbye.